It is okay to spot areas of your life that you're not doing better. It doesn't mean that you're doing worse, but it is a sign of growth. Noticing area you're not doing better and focusing on improving them. Hello, good morning, and happy weekend to every well wishers outside there. It's another weekend again, and we are doing a review to the book Becoming Intentional. So, this week we are doing the chapter 3, and the topic is whatness. Yes, whatness. Whatness in what way? Now, after she heard all the explanation about fulfilling purpose, what next? What are the next steps to follow? So let's go as you listen. Yeah, I'm not good at telling stories, but for this book, sure, I'm going to do it. Now, the writer of this book shared an experience she had when she was in school, and this was with a competition she was preparing for. And this competition deals with drawings, yes. And to go for this competition, you have to be so expert in this drawing. So she has prepared for this for days, has sleepless nights. She has a full confidence that yes, now I can do the drawing properly and no more corrections. So the last drawing she did, she showed it to her class teacher, and after praising her, telling her yes, she did well, this that, the teacher still seeks some areas she needs to improve, and she was like, what? Like what? So I still have some areas to improve after all the sleepless night, after the efforts made to do this perfectly. She was so discouraging. Like she was not expecting that at all. After all the effort she has made, she never expected anybody to like cite any place to improve. So this took her time for her to put herself together to correct herself. But she was glad she did. She was glad that she corrected herself, and sure, she did well in the competition. So what's the essence of this story? Yeah, it is okay for you to cite out area you're not doing better, because you're not doing terrible either. Excellence is the key. You have to keep on improving yourself until you get the very best. As long as we are human on this earth, we are always in the journey to become the better version of ourselves. She said that becoming is the best way to describe human experience, because we are always becoming like Christ, becoming a better version of ourselves, becoming better parents, becoming knowledgeable. We are always becoming. So becoming is the very best way to describe human experience. So how do we become the better version of ourselves? One, identifying areas in which you want to improve on. Two, acquiring relevant knowledge in the areas in which you want to improve on. Three, transforming this knowledge into new understanding in the identified area. Four, applying the understanding in which you acquire. Okay, how did she identify her career in life? When we're growing up, our teachers or people around us will always ask us, what do you want to become in future? But this time around, truth was already matured to some extent, and yet she has not even knows what she wants to become in future. So this question, what do you want to become in future, or what do you want to spend the rest of your life doing, it's another tough question that disturbs her a lot. Now she prays, she googles, she read, she's think about this question so thoroughly, but yet she got no answers to it. She would pray, think really hard, ask friends, even consult family, but yet she felt she has not gotten the right answer. Long run, she got a degree in international law and diplomacy. She served her country and even volunteered to do jobs for available firm, but yet nothing sticks. But one good thing about all this was that she made friends. Yes, she made friends. So in 2019, one of her closest friends sent her a job application in the role of communication officer in an NGO. But before then, she has volunteered for a number of conferences in the role of content creation. and publicity, but it has never occurred to her that she can use it as an actual career. So when she settled for it, she decided to acquire more knowledge and skills on an identified field. She went on Google, take online courses, ask and seek relevant information concerning the field. Now the question is, what is the purpose of acquiring all this knowledge? Was it to boast? Or was it to recite it to people? Was it to show off? When growing up, I among my peers then, when they said, have you watched this video? Yes. Have you read this? Yes. But one thing I remember was that whenever they ask you what do you learn from it, you have to crack your brain to remember what you've actually learned from those books. So you see, she pointed out some Chimamanda's book she read when growing up, and she said she could not even remember any relevant information she got from those books. You see, personal development does not just end in acquiring knowledge, but you have to transform those knowledge into understanding that is relevant to you. When she settled for communication officer, she realized that all the communication officers plan the strategies in which the organization use in communicating. So she needs to go brush up on her planning skills. You see, she does not just get the career and relax. She went further to realize or to point out those areas she needs to improve on. After getting those areas, she learned them and put them into understanding. So we've come to the end of our review for today. And for the purpose of today's review, there is a table prepared for goal setting for a year, which is written or drawn at the back of this book. So for the good of everyone who wants to achieve something, it is very nice for you to get this book and read and digest, follow up the steps, set a goal in order to achieve greater things in the year. And I believe that you've also learned something from today's chapter. Remember that goal setting for personal development include identifying areas in which you want to improve on, getting relevant information on those areas and applying them effectively. Yeah, do have a nice weekend. Love you all. And before I go, please subscribe to my video. Subscribe, like, and share, and the Lord will bless you in the name of Jesus. Love you all.